What's up, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Probably about 4 weeks ago, 4-year-old Maleah Davis was reported missing, and her mom's boyfriend claimed that 3 Hispanic men took her. His story sounded very far-fetched, very unbelievable, but my hope and prayer was that Maleah would be returned home safely. The boyfriend ended up telling police that he dumped her body in Arkansas, probably about 300 miles away from where she was last seen. And a couple of days ago, they ended up finding her body in a black trash bag. The coroner said her body was in pieces, and it looked like mowers had ran over her, and the only visibly recognizable things were her clothes and a pink bow. He said it's going to be almost impossible to determine her cause of death. The boyfriend has been charged with tampering with the corpse, and he claims that what happened to Maleah was an accident and he did not kill her. There are so many unanswered questions. This situation is devastating. If you have a heart, you feel this. If you have a child, you feel this. Maleah was an innocent child. She did not deserve this. Previously, Maleah had brain surgery, and according to her mom and her mom's boyfriend, the injuries that she had were because of a fall. But even the surgeon said that there's no way that the injuries that baby girl sustained were from a fall. And the police still let her go home with her mom and her mom's boyfriend. They failed her. I can't even give my condolences to her mother because she failed her child miserably. If you know that your boyfriend is abusing your daughter, why did you stay with him? Why did you allow this? Why did you leave your child with this man, with this monster? And I understand that your child can't go with you everywhere you go. And she supposedly had to go to a funeral in Massachusetts for her dad. So she says. But if that's the case and you didn't want to bring your daughter with you, why you didn't leave her with, I don't know, maybe a mother or a grandmother or possibly a sister, aunt, or possibly even her dad? I mean, somebody that was trustworthy. And I understand everybody doesn't have a support system. Everybody doesn't have a family member that they can call. So if that's the case, then bring your child with you. Especially considering, it was a funeral for your dad. That's Maleah's granddad. She could have came with you. And if people looked at you crazy or people had something to say, then that's their problem. That's on them. The priority is making sure that your child is safe. In my heart, I feel that Maleah's mother left her with her boyfriend because she knew. She knew what was going to happen to her daughter. And she didn't clearly love her. She couldn't have loved her how she's trying to portray in the media, like she loved her so much and she's so hurt. No way is that the truth. She has done interview after interview after interview, and you can maybe count on maybe 2 hands, if that, how many tears this lady has shed, how many tears have fallen from her eyes. Even in interviews where the reporter asked her how this last month has been for her, no tears.
What has this last month been like for you?
It's been really hard, to have a child that's missing. I mean, I think the hardest part is not knowing, but also the hardest part is not being able to have been there for her during that time period.
Do y'all remember when 5th grader Renaya Wright died of supposed natural causes and her mom did her first interview?
Renaya Wright, she was like, yes. We have her here in the nurse office. She's okay. Once again, she said, she's okay. And you need to get here if you want to pick her up or anything to discuss what happened. I said, well, I'm at work. I said, I work like 30 minutes away, 45 minutes away. I'm going to send my mother. I was on the other line with my mother when I got the call. So I said, hold on. I clicked over. I said, Mom, get to the school because something went on with Naya today. My mama was 2 minutes away from the school prior to that call. And she got there, and my daughter was not there. So let's clear that. My daughter was not at the school when my mother pulled up to get Renaya as if she just got in an incident today and take her home. My mama plan was to take my daughter home.
Now, although her mother wasn't hysterical, she wasn't actively crying, you could feel the hurt in her voice. You could feel the frustration in her voice. You could feel the concern in her voice. You could feel the fight in her voice. Now, I'm not saying that every mother grieves the same after losing a child, but what I am saying is Brittany, Maleah's mother, doesn't seem genuine. Brittany, the world is on to you.
Where's Maleah?
The main thing right now that all of us want to know is what did he do with Maleah? The bottom line.
Do you have any insight onto where she may be?
And
Brittany ain't got locked up yet.
Why isn't she locked up?
that's our main concern.
Please come clean. Please tell the authorities everything you know, everything you did. And to all the parents out there, keep your children first. Keep them as a priority. Respect them. Honor them. Believe them. Advocate for them. Teach them. Openly communicate with your children. You are your child's first everything, so you have to rise to the occasion. Too often you see stories where children have been abused, children have been molested, children have been killed, children are missing. This has to stop, and it starts with the parents. If you know you don't like kids, or if you know you're not ready to have kids, then be responsible in your actions. Use birth control, use condoms. Especially with these new abortion bans, you've got to be smart. And if you out there dating somebody who has kids that they're not doing right by, and you know they're not doing right by their kids, then leave them, dump them. They do not deserve a happily ever after. Maleah Davis, may you rest in peace, baby girl. And although your life was cut short and you didn't get the opportunity to learn how to drive or have your first kiss, grow old with your siblings, or even figure out what you wanted to be when you grew up, or maybe even start a family of your own one day, you are in a much better place. I am so sorry this happened to you, Maleah. Again, you did not deserve this, and may you rest in peace.